We see you getting after your fitness goals. But what about those money goals? You can count on Credit Karma for a clear view of your finances and your progress, helping you see results so you can keep checking off those financial personal bests and find your way to money. Progress never felt so good. Download the Intuit Credit Karma app and start achieving your money goals today. Intuit Credit Karma. Karma you can count on.
Find yourself looking for a new job or change in career? Monster.com is here to help. We are not only here to bring you job postings, but also AI interview prep and salary tools, expert career advice, and top-notch resume services. We've got everything you need to land your perfect job fit. Discover the magic of finding the ideal job with Monster.com. Your future starts now. Visit Monster.com today. Your next job opportunity is just a click away.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to When Reality Hits with Jax Brittany.
Hey, everybody. A lot to talk about today.
Yes.
A lot. First of all, I don't know if you guys saw, but the new show was finally announced. It's out.
Yes, and we're so excited. You guys are going to love the new cast members that you don't know yet. You'll fall in love with them. They're amazing people. We got to actually pick who we wanted to be on the show with us, and I thought that was like absolutely amazing, because what made Vanderpump Rules so good was the fact that everybody was real friends, just like our cast.
Again,
so,
that is one of the main reasons, one of the main reasons why I was excited about doing this, because when I was approached with the show, I actually came up with this idea, believe it or not, a couple years ago, when everything was going on with COVID. I'll just kind of get into a little bit how this all started. So a couple years ago, I called one of the producers, Alex Baskin, and I said, hey, will you meet me at a hotel? I have an idea. So we met at this hotel. It was a cold, rainy night, again, 2 years ago. And I said, hey, Alex, listen, I think I'm ready to come back to TV. I think it's time. I think I've had enough time off. There's a lot going on with Brittany and I's life, and I think there's a lot to be told. I think there's a lot of story there. People want to know what's going on. We kind of ended everything on Vanderpump when our wedding ended, and there's just, everybody wants to know what's going on. So I go, what do you think? Do you think it's a good time for us to make a comeback? And he goes, I think it's a great idea. I think it's a great idea.
And it was, and it is, and it's going to be epic. You guys are going to love it.
Mind you, I had this idea 2 years ago. So this is how long it takes for a show to be in the works.
Yeah.
It takes a very, very long time. And people always say, doesn't this happen really fast? No, it doesn't. You have to have the idea, then it has to go back to the network, then the network has to talk about it to other networks. It's a very crazy machine.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, it's finally here.
And you know what? I just loved the promo that we did. It was the cutest thing I've ever seen. I think it's the best promo to ever come out of Bravo, if I say so myself.
Can we give them a little behind the scenes?
Oh, yeah. Let me tell you guys.
Okay.
So
I'm so excited about this because, I'm sorry, I'm not cutting you off, but I'm just super excited about this because I grew up going to Universal Studios as a young child.
Yeah.
And, okay, I'll let you go.
Yeah, you can tell.
So I'm sorry. I was just really excited. So when we did this promo, Brittany and I really didn't know where we were going till the last minute. We knew we had a car picking us up. We knew we were going to the studios. But when we went to Universal Studios, I mean, Universal Studios is an iconic place. Yeah. I went there growing up. I was literally filming that promo. Now, I know you can't tell a lot of it because there's a lot of green screen going on, but I was filming the promo right next to the Jaws event.
Were we on the street? Well, it was a whole. There was no green screen. It was an actual street. We were on the street. There wasn't a green screen at all.
The houses going by are not exactly our houses. Those are suburb houses. Now, when I'm on the car, those are our houses. So you can tell it's a little bit of a different. Anyway, so the street that we filmed on was where they filmed Nightmare on Elm Street, the original movie Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, we were one fake street away from the Desperate Housewives street too, which I thought was awesome.
Yes, so we were in between Jaws, and we were in between Nightmare on Elm. We were filming on Nightmare on Elm Street, and then the street over was Desperate Housewives, where they filmed that. So just to give you an idea of how cool it was and how much faith they have in us on this show, that they're like putting us at Universal Studios for our promo.
And the trams were going by, and people could like see us filming down there. It was really cool.
It was the coolest thing when the trams go by. They're like all waving, and they're like, "Oh my God, Jax Brittany!"
Let me tell my thing. So we were filming like all day. We started Glam at like 7 a.m. or something. So we've been doing like photo shoots and different things all day at the studios. Well, I had that one line that everybody has seen by now on the promo where I was like, "Jax, stop messing around and go mow the yard." Well, everybody was staring at me. And whenever I say everybody, there was like 100 people on set watching you do these things. And I'm not an actor by any means. But whenever I did it, I kept my line was supposed to be, Jax, hurry up and go mow the lawn. And for some reason, I don't know why, I guess because the pressure of people staring at me, I said 4 times in a row, Jax, what did I say? Jax, stop messing around and go mow the lawn.
Hi, I'm sorry.
So
Cruz is joining us today.
Cruz is joining us. So I said, go mow the lawn 4 times. 4 times in a freaking row. I was so embarrassed. So they finally were like, do you just want to say yard? And I was like, please, can I just say yard?
She had the giggles.
For some reason, I had the giggles, and I could not get the word lawn out. I don't know what happened to me.
And mind you, behind the scenes, there was probably about
100 people staring at me.
Oh, so
4
behind the
times in a
scenes, I know
row.
you guys can't see this because on obviously the clip, you don't know what's going on behind the camera. So there was about 100 people?
Yeah.
Maybe more, like just for all of us. And it was just, again, getting back to the original part, the fact that they have so much faith in this whole project and they put so much time and money. And it just was like, I couldn't believe it. It was just better than anything I've ever done, even on the Vanderpump days.
Yes, it was like the coolest shoot ever. And we're so grateful. And I just can't wait for everybody to see it and get to know all the rest of the cast members. It's going to be absolutely amazing. And we have heard so many times that the show is epic. So I cannot wait till it comes out.
It is epic. And by the way, guys, give these new cast members a chance.
Yes.
I know you all are like, who are these randos? Whatever. These are our
actual
friends. They are our actual friends, just like Vanderpump Rules. Nobody was casted on this show.
Yep.
These are people that we have in our lives on a daily basis. And I feel like that is the only way to do a reality show.
Yep.
I think
And
that's
they're
the only way it
amazing.
works is if you have true friends in your group, because just casting people and saying, okay, Bobby, I need you to make out with this person.
Yeah.
Susie, I need you to do this.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
And I will say, I'm not going to do too many teasers because I don't want to get in trouble, but there are definitely people from Vanderpump that will be stopping by on our show as well, and vice versa. So
Yeah, and there's also
awesome.
there's actually not just Vanderpump. There's actually a couple other people that weren't in the teaser that are on the show as well. So not everybody that's going to be on the show was in the teaser. So keep that in mind as well.
Jasmine and Zach are also part of it.
Yes.
And yeah. So there'll be more things coming out. There'll be an actual trailer. I mean, I just can't wait. Of course, we already filmed it months ago, but we are just so excited and so grateful. And I can't wait for you guys to see it. Okay, so now it is time to introduce our special guest.
We have our special guest here, newly 40, my younger sister.
Much younger.
Happy 40th birthday.
Thank you.
So you want to tell your story? So you're here. She's in LA with us.
Oh, yeah.
Can we say her name? This is Jenny. Well, Jenny Cauchi, Jenny Byrne.
Jenny Byrne.
Jenny
Cauchi,
Byrne.
Yep. Mhm.
Jax's little sister, who I love and adore.
I love you.
She's here. She's in Michigan. She brought I don't even know how many yet, 8 to 10 of her friends. Some of them are checking into hotels. Some of them just checked into our house. We're super excited. We got a long weekend
This was
planned.
all a surprise to me. I had no idea this was going on.
And not
so-
only that, what I also want to thank everybody came. These are good friends because I don't know if you guys know this or not, but the Detroit Lions made it to the second round of the playoffs. And as Detroiters, they are diehard football fans, and they decided to leave Michigan to come to LA. So these are some good friends.
So some of them will be flying, I think, during the game, which I don't think they really knew that was going to happen, but maybe some of them might change their flights and stay.
They should
so
definitely
we can
change
hang
their
out.
flights because my bar is the best bar to watch the
but
game.
You know,
at.
like we're Michiganders, so we have like jobs and responsibilities, and we have to go to work on Monday. I don't, but some of my friends do. So
Kristen is so excited to watch the game with all of
I know,
you guys.
I'm so excited.
She was about to go to Michigan and try to get tickets for the
I
actual
saw
game,
that,
and I was
about
like,
to her.
Jenny's in town. You're not going anywhere.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, I was gonna like message her, and I'm like,
She
And then
got
she texted
she
me.
got Cruz a Detroit Lions
Oh,
shirt and
she
everything so that we could all watch it up at Jax's.
Oh,
So
how fun.
my bar, Jackson Studio City, has now turned into the official
My bar.
the official Detroit Lions watch bar. We're so excited, obviously, for all the fans. But not only that, Jenny came in town. We are throwing her birthday party at Jax's tomorrow night at 9:30, and this is for the public. This
I
is
found
for
out on
everybody.
Instagram. I was actually at a spa day. I'm usually not on my phone that much because I'm usually at work. And I was like, took myself to the spa. My husband doesn't even know I was there. So, and I'm like in the salt room and I'm looking and I'm like, what the fuck is this? I was like, this is not real. This is not real. No. I'm like, oh my God, here he goes. Spoiling another surprise. I don't think he was supposed to send that to me. And he like put something online. I'm like, so I didn't even call my husband. I called my best friend who also helped put this together. And I was like, Megan, is this real? Was I supposed to know this? Because I didn't want, if it was a surprise that he's spoiled, I didn't want,
Patrick to think he spoiled it.
Patrick to think he spoiled it because, most of my life was a spoil. So on that note,
we're getting it.
We'll get into that.
We will get into that.
Yes. So it was actually planned that we wanted to like post the flyer and you find out that way,
which was a really cool idea.
Yeah. That was what Jenny or Patrick and Megan, they were like amazing.
That was a great idea.
So, but yeah, we're so glad you're here. We're gonna have so much fun. But I think we need to hear what it was like being Jax Taylor's little sister, because aka Jason Cauchi, because whenever it's weird for me to call Jax in front of Jenny because she calls him Jason, so that's a whole thing.
It's weird for me to say Jax. Like I just feel like I just can't. I either say Jay or Jason.
Yes.
Which he responds to both, so that's good.
Yeah. He responds to all three.
Yes.
You know what I just remembered? I know you're a big podcaster and you love Heather McDonald and you love the toast. I just realized that I forgot to invite Heather to your birthday.
Yeah.
But I did put it on social media for everybody, but I'm going to personally call her right after this.
Because even my friends would be like starstruck because we have gone and seen her, courtesy of you. We got like VIP passes.
Yes.
And we met her and hung out with her.
We'll
and
have to call her for sure.
Heather's awesome. She always takes
I listen
good
to
care
her
of you.
podcast and I love that she is on so frequently because I love the morning toast too, but they take breaks and stuff too. But they're Claudia Oshry, who I met before too.
She was at our wedding.
Yeah, at your wedding, which was like, for me, it's starstruck because I live for podcasts. I don't even hardly listen to the radio because I don't know any of the new songs. And I'm like an 80s fan and
90s.
whatever, and 90s. And my rap girl right
Hip-hop.
here, hip hop. Love me some Nelly. What? Front row.
Ludacris, Lil
Luda.
Wayne. This is why me and Jenny love each other
maybe
so
even
much.
some Busta Rhymes in there. But
Trick Daddy.
yeah. Hell yeah. We actually had front row seats one time to Nelly, and I thought I was going to die.
Oh my God! Remember how he smiles and licks his lips?
Smile, and I watched him on Dancing with the Stars, and I would text Brittany like, "Oh my God, you have to watch! You have to watch!" Because he is just. Anyway, that's for another day.
That's for another day. But yeah, back to the thing. I just need to know what it was like because as his wife, he still does some of these things that I can only imagine that you had to go through.
I feel so sorry for you because I can he is one of a kind. Like, and a lot of people don't get our humor and like our inside jokes, but luckily Brittany fit into the family quite well and can handle him and like his humor and actually laughs at him when he's being like weird dancing or like a stupid inside joke.
Yes.
Like she gets it and we all like the same thing, so it's great. But I also feel very, very sorry for her. But I'm more than glad to pass the torch on because for how many years of my life, like you were 18 probably when you left. So I was like 14, 15, even though I cried when he left, which is like so weird. But he bought me like these super cool Adidas snap pants. And I was like, oh my God, I'm never taking these off. My brother gave them to me. Even though he was like freaking evil to me my whole entire life.
I need to hear some of these evil stories.
Yeah.
What did he do?
And I have to tell you guys, I have a very like soft heart. And like I feel bad for everything. So
I do too.
He could like be so mean to me and then look at me like and after I got him in trouble and then I would feel bad. Like why am I feeling bad? You literally just tortured me. And then whatever. And when he told on
Jax
me
for you.
When he told on me, I was like, why did you tell me? He did not care. He would just laugh in the corner at me. And
His relationship is so funny.
oh my God. And like the fact going back to when he could not keep a secret, he pretty much ruined every important milestone in my life.
Oh my God.
As far as when I first got my first car, my dad bought me a Beretta just like him. And somehow my brother called me and told me, hey, Dad bought you a car. It's in the driveway. I don't think you're going to like it, but it was only $500. Blah, 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 blah.
He called you and said you're not going to like your car?
I wasn't even home. I wasn't even home. Like literally, I was going to find out in about 10 minutes. I was probably going to find out. And then he had to spoil the surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he had a red Beretta. And he like, you would drive us around. Yeah, we had the same first car.
What's a Beretta?
It's a hoopty, basically. It was
wasn't a
cool in
hoopty.
his grade, but me, I was like, I am so embarrassed. There's no air conditioning. I worked at Abercrombie, which so did my brother. Yeah. And I would drive there and be sweating, and I would call my dad crying because their air conditioning didn't work. I'm like, I can't go to work like this because it was like a big deal if you worked at Abercrombie.
Yeah,
like you had to be asked to work there.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Mm-hmm. I was the very first shirtless model at Abercrombie.
Yes,
the
I
very
remember
first
that.
one.
And then everyone had to ask me, is that your brother? Is that your brother? No, I don't know him.
As the little sister, like how did he like you said that he would torture you and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
he would torture me. He was not the cool older brother that everybody had. He would torture me. We would when we go to Florida, he would put gum in my hair. I would get in trouble. He would make up games called The Vine. He would lay there have me walk over him, like acting like, okay, try to get past this quicksand. And then he would scissor chop his legs and drop me on the floor. I thought he wanted to have fun with me, but I think he secretly hated me. Then he would take all my hair ties and say, let's play this game. And I'm going to like shoot my hair ties at you. You need to like dodge them. Then I would get in trouble because I lost all my hair ties. So I would get in trouble. He also took my beautiful piggy bank that my grandpa had got me. It looked like, I loved Lady and the Tramp. It looked like Lady. And he's like, let's get a knife and fork and break it open and see how much is in there. You can keep all the copper ones and I'll take the paper and the silver ones because they're not worth anything. So, and then I literally had to hide it. I remember I had a double closet. I had to hide it in the middle of the closet because if my mom found out that I like cracked this thing, I would get in so much trouble. But he took all the paper money, everything. Not fair.
He literally just like lied and said, "Oh, only the pennies are worth money."
Yeah, he said the copper ones are worth the money. That's the ones
hilarious.
you want. Put them back in there.
Copper is worth some money now.
Yeah, no. I also developed a phobia of spit because my brother was a hockey player, and I feel like he always smelled like hockey. I hated going to hockey with him because he had goalie pads, and our basement smelled. And I have a weird thing with smells too. Yeah. And he would literally pin me down, drip his loogies down on these yellow loogies.
Yellow.
And he would think he could like suck them back up, and sometimes he did, but most of the time he didn't, and they would drip these smelly loogies in my face.
We said you had a phobia at your people at work. Can you just tell everybody what you do?
So
again?
I'm a surgical tech. I assist doctors in surgeries, and a lot of time you have to intubate people, and when they take it out, I have to turn around because I cannot even fathom the idea of spit because I'm like literally gag, and everybody at work makes fun of me, and then I tell the story about how my brother did that. And yeah, that's
one time my neighbor spit on me, or not like spit on me. He wasn't like trying to spit on me, I don't think, but he was like on a balcony, and it landed on my arm, and and my arm smelled.
See, stop! You're gonna make me gag right now.
I have a little weird thing about spit too, like nasty.
No. Yeah, it is nasty.
Yeah, but
yeah.
I'm throwing up in my mouth that you just said the spit smell.
Well, you don't think yours smell like roses?
Okay, can
like,
we get off this topic? I did a lot of crazy things that a lot of brothers do.
He told on me for everything. I never told on him because he had scared me. He scared me to tell on him. But one time he caught me and my girlfriends one of my girlfriends in the bathroom, and we took one of my mom's cigarette and we smoked it. And he came in, and he hates cigarettes, and I do too now. But I was trying it out. But then at dinner time, like for a week straight, he would sing "Smoking in the Boys' Room" and like look at me and just start laughing. And like my parents like look and like threaten me, like literally ate me alive every day. And he was just holding it over your head. He was holding it over my head until I confessed that I did it. That's what it was. You didn't tell on me. I confessed, like, Mom, I'm sorry, I tried cigarettes. Because my parents threatened us. They said if they ever caught us smoking cigarettes, they were going to sit us down at the dinner table and make us smoke a full pack of cigarettes in front of them, one after the other.
Oh God, I could never. I don't think I've ever tried a cigarette.
Yeah, they're nasty.
Ugh, I hate.
I mean, it was cool at one point in life.
Yeah,
so
everybody basically has tried one, but like I always got nauseous.
Mind you, this was in the mid '90s, mid to late '90s when we did this,
and it was like, he didn't because he was like, honestly, he was like, I'm trying not to be mean, but you were like a dorkier. Like you were bad. Like you got in a lot of trouble, but you weren't like, I had like a ton of friends and I like partied. So if I had a party and he came home, he would tell on me. He would literally tell on me. I asked him to buy me beer. No, I'm not doing that for you. But yet when he was younger, he like would wake me up out of a sleep and say, make sure I get out of the driveway okay. And him and his friend would go to fucking Taco Bell. Like, and then I'd have to like open my...
I wasn't allowed to drive right away when I was 16. I think I had to wait 6 months. So my parents, I got my permit and everything like that, but my parents had a rule that you had to drive with them for 6 months before we got a license. But so during the night, I would sneak out of the house and go hang out with my friends. I'd be like, you better not tell on me.
Yeah. No, you would make me, you would roll the car out of the driveway. I had to wait till the lights were gone and like wave to you out my window, make sure you got out okay.
In our Astro van.
Yeah.
The Astro van.
Hilarious. I'm enjoying this so much because as his wife, he still does these things.
Yeah, because he's like a child.
Not the sneaking out, rolling away in an Astro van, but a lot
keeping
of
a secret when you want. And the truth is, when he tells me something now, I just go to Brittany and say, "Is this true?"
Yeah,
like on the side, like
you're gonna get the real deal with me.
No, yeah, I for sure.
By the way, I had a lot of friends my senior year of high school.
I mean, you did your senior
year
because you beefed up and started taking creatine because he was really skinny.
Oh my God.
He was like really skinny. skinny and scrawny. You late bloomer. I was taller than you at one point.
I was like a girl. I was like that movie. Was it Can't Hardly Wait?
Maybe,
or
maybe. Like I don't remember, but
whatever when it became cool my senior year. Yeah, because I started
and
working out.
that's why I think you were so mean. Because like even at the bus stop, remember you had everybody singing that song. What was it? Jenny's got a gun.
Well, no.
That was the worst. And everybody, and he was Jenny's got a gun. Now you better run away. So everybody would run away from me at the yes. Everybody would run away from me at the. Nobody wanted to be my friend, and I was
so mean.
abnormally tall. Like I shot up super fast, and so like I was already paranoid about that. Like, oh my god, I'm so tall. Like. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Well, I've even told Jax a million times, like, I'm glad that I met him whenever I did, because I would not have been attracted to him whenever he was like, he was so skinny and little.
Oh, he was so scrawny. So he started taking creatine, and then he started wearing his chain necklace and thought he was cool, you know?
Well, then I started modeling my senior year, too.
Yeah, you did.
That just started modeling, too. And it was kind of like a catch-22 a little bit, because it was bittersweet. I mean, because it was fun, but it was also, I started modeling my junior year. And then the senior guys would I remember, oh God, it was brutal. Yeah. I was getting my picture taken for a living. And it wasn't good to be in school when you're doing that in the 90s.
Yeah. Well, Mom would take us to those like weird things, like, and try to get us to be models and stuff.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did many mall modeling appearances.
Did you?
And stuff. Oh, yeah. My mom took me all over the place.
He started doing the Abercrombie thing, right? When you were in high school?
Yeah. I think my first modeling job was Kmart. I think it was Kmart.
Oh,
was my first job. And then I was realizing.
And then he changed his name, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, how do you feel that he goes by Jax Taylor?
At first, I was just like, this is weird. Like, where did you come up with this name? I mean, I know Taylor is my mom's maiden name, and it was our dog's name that he told me didn't just run away, that it got hit by a car. When my parents told me it just ran away. But so then he used that, and I was just like, oh my God, I can't call you that. I sometimes I do, but every time it comes out, it just doesn't sound right.
Which is completely normal.
Yeah.
Like,
I go by Jay or Jason, which is fine. And like Brittany's fine with it. So it's cool. You know, like she understands what I'm saying.
Yes.
Like, you know.
The only reason I call him Jax is because that's how you met him. To me as, and whenever I met him in Vegas, that's what he told me his name was. Yeah. So for me, it would be weird to start calling him Jason all of a sudden.
And the only Jax at that point was Jackson General Hospital. Is that where you got it?
No, I can't remember. It was. I don't honestly remember.
It's super popular, that name. Yeah.
You know, all I did was remove an S from an N into an X. I didn't go to that
similar.
Drastic.
Yeah.
It was. I think the girlfriend that I was dating at the time kind of helped with it. And this is, like I said, I'm gonna say this was in 2000.
When you were back with Ford models.
Yeah, this is when I was with Ford models. Yeah. It was just everybody changed their name. It wasn't just me. I mean, if you go look at Johnny Depp, Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt, that's not their real names.
Yeah.
So everybody did it. And by the way, nothing against my name.
You don't have to stick up for yourself.
Lala Kent, you know. It wasn't that I'm proud of my name, Jason Cauchi, but for the entertainment industry, it just didn't flow right.
Yeah.
So
it is a weird last name.
It is not a weird. It's Maltese, and we love it. And my son's last name is...
And it's actually pronounced Cauchi, not Cauchi. I learned when I went to Malta.
Yeah, Jenny went to Malta.
Wait, are we supposed to say Cauchi?
It's Cauchi.
Okay, but
if people say no, we're saying
I like
Cauchi's better. But that's it's Cauchi. Isn't it crazy?
Yeah, we're not doing that.
No.
We're not doing that. Do we have any more things to say negatively about Jax Taylor?
Honey, it's just because she's your sister, and it's just funny to talk about the way you were as a brother.
Yeah, and that's how it is. You know, you woke me up early on Christmas, and even though I did not want to get up, made me go through my stocking, made me go try to wake our parents up so I'd get yelled at. He'd send me down the hallway. But, you know, honey, that's the life of a little sister. And then my husband has to pay for it now because I'm constantly scared because even riding bikes, he would try to run me over. Oh, I think he wanted to do something fun. Like, let's go for a bike ride. Oh, you want to hang out with me? Because he was like the older brother.
Let me ask you this just to change subject a little bit. Mm-hmm. What do you think about the Valley? Are you excited about it?
Yeah,
do you think
I'm
it's cool?
For you.
Are you excited for Brittany and I? How do you feel about it?
I'm always excited for you guys. I think you guys are great.
You make an appearance on it.
I do make an appearance on it.
You make an appearance on it. We have a nice little heart-to-heart.
Yeah.
She came to the bar.
And mind you, my brother and I were not always close. You know, we've had our times where we probably haven't talked for like a year or anything like that. But, you know, you grow up and now we text like almost every day. So,
yeah. And Jenny was, and Patrick, her husband's name is Patrick. Jenny and Patrick were monumental to helping us get the bar open in time for like the finale for the Valley. Like, I could not have done that succulent wall without Jenny. We went to Home Depot a million times.
Yes, we did.
Separated. Me and Jenny went and did our thing with the flowers and the trees. The guys went and did their... Well, Patrick went and did the construction stuff while Jax walked around in circles on his phone. But it was easier that way because things can get a little frustrating, and me and Jenny just had a blast because, it was fun.
We got to go to some random places to find different succulents.
And I'm so appreciative of you guys, and it's like it means a lot to me that you guys were a part of my
we were
success.
So happy. And we didn't know we were going to be that big of a part, which was awesome too. Like it was so fun.
Yeah, we had to get that bar set up really, really quick for many different reasons, but we're just so thankful that you guys were there. I would not have my special frame if it wasn't for Patrick putting that up, and it's an iconic piece when you come into the bar. If you guys do ever come to the bar, it says just one more, and that frame was put together by Patrick, and he did an amazing job, and obviously Jenny and Brittany did an amazing job on the succulents wall. So when you come in and see it, make sure you take your picture.
It was a lot of work. We were a lot up and down.
It was like all over the place. And then we got all those birds of paradise.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we did. We balled out,
hummingbird
Jenny.
the one day.
Yes.
I mean, we were back and forth, and we loaded the trucks. We loaded everything ourselves. They did not help.
We did everything. We were strong ass women, and we got it done.
Mm-hmm.
And I would not have been able to do it without you. So I love you.
And we had no idea
so
what we
much.
were doing. So
Yeah,
just a vision.
Just a vision.
Just Pinterest.
just some Instagram screenshots of what I wanted it to look like.
Right. Now do this.
But it was awesome, and we're so grateful for you guys. Okay, so Jenny, I want to know what it was like for you when Jax became like a reality TV star, like in the very, very beginning days of Vanderpump Rules.
Yeah. So, I for sure did not believe it. Like, obviously, I've known my brother, going in and out of things and traveling for modeling and doing this, and I'm going to be in this and I'm going to be in that, and then I would wait till it came out until I believed it. But when he did first tell me about the show, we were in Florida. We're at my parents' house, and we were on the lanai. And this is when you were dating Stassi. They told us they were going to be on a show, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. But the fact that he had a girlfriend with him telling him that, I was like, okay, maybe this is real. So then when it finally came out, I started watching it, and I was sad because obviously I had built a relationship with Stassi at that point, and they were breaking up, and it was tumultuous, and pretty much every girlfriend has called me when something bad happens in my brother's life, and whether I know them or not. I
do it too.
Yeah. But it's different. I mean, obviously I love Brittany, but there would be these randoms, and I'm like, who is calling me now? And I would have to talk them off the ledge. And I'm like, oh my God.
It's a tough industry to be in. I don't know if people have never been out to California. You get promised the world. There's so many letdowns. 95% of living in LA is rejection. It's rejection. And you get so excited and you get so close and you don't want to say too much. And you're you get a job and you're okay, you got the job. And then the next day they'll call you oh, they released you, or oh, they released you. And I had the type of personality where someone told me I got something. I'm like, oh my God, I can't wait to call my mom and dad or my family. I got this. And then they would call and change their mind. And I could never keep my mouth shut about it. I couldn't just keep it in because I was always so excited, and it's so hard to get projects out here. So, I would always jump the gun and tell my family things. And the next thing you know, you're like, oh my God, they've released you from this. You're like, Jesus, I just told everybody. And it was awful.
Yeah, but at least this one took off, and it was amazing. And, I would watch it. And then there was a point where I'm like, okay, I can't watch this anymore because I don't want to watch my brother doing this or that or whatever. This is too much for a sister to know. Yeah. And then it got to the point where I was like, then the public gets involved and they start trashing because obviously you were a villain.
Yep.
And so then, I know he's a villain in my heart sometimes, but I also know my brother at a different side, and and anybody else that wants to talk shit about my brother, it's a little harder. I can talk all the shit I want because I know him, but
I feel the same way, girl.
Yeah, you get super defensive, and I cannot deal with that. No, I know it doesn't bother you, but I don't have as thick a skin.
Me and Jenny have a lot of the same kind of personalities where we overthink a lot. Overthink. And we are more sentimental emotion.
We get emotionally invested in these things.
Exactly.
That being said, what did you think of House of Villains? Were you, when you watched it, did you think I was treated okay on that show?
House of Villains. Actually loved that. Because I was excited to see you in a different role, and obviously you had told me about it.
I left my heart on my sleeve on that.
No, you did.
You were, to be honest,
you were the odd man out because everyone else had been on this kind of show, and you were so it was really fun to watch.
They wanted me out before I walked in the door.
Yeah, but you were trying to make buddies and friends, and you were really investing in people. Hey, this is my story. I like you. Not building alliances, not whatever, which was good though. I think that was great for you. You were I played it all wrong, but no, you were being you.
Well, everybody told me before I got on this show, and my managers, my friends, Jax, this is not a docuseries. This is not what you're normally used to. You need to do your homework. You need to watch Real World. You need to watch The Challenge. You need to watch Big Brother. They build alliances and all this, and I'm like,
yeah, but you're used to just speaking your mind, doing what you want, opening your mouth, and that's why people love you. That's why you're successful. or hate you, but it makes for good TV. And so like this was a different side of you. Like you like felt for you. And then like when what's her name? I don't remember, called you that thing. I was
New
like,
York.
oh my God.
New
She
York.
didn't just
And
say
it's-
that. And like I was like,
I thought she was talking to Corinne because they had showed them like in an argument
Yeah.
earlier that day. And then I realized she was talking to Jax. And I
no,
was
what
like,
did you do that we didn't see?
I know.
Because that was
And
so weird.
I had such a heart-to-heart with her in the beginning, and we had such a good
Well,
time.
yeah, it's
and
like
then
you got
even,
backstabbed and you're not used to that.
I know.
It's like,
And then I
roles
went.
were
we went.
reversed.
We went to the premiere party, and I was there, and she's like, "Oh, hey, Jax, how are you?" And I'm like, she's like, I didn't. She goes, "That's just my character," and I'm not familiar with New York. That was a little bit before my time, before
Sure.
my reality time.
I loved New York. I
Yeah.
loved her on what was the show that she was on? Flavor of Love. I love that. And before Jax went on the House of Villains, I was like, I hope New York is on there. I hope Tiffany's on there.
Yeah.
And turned out she was. So she was the only person that I guess that was on there.
And at the end of the day, it's a game. Everybody
yeah.
has to get
it
voted
is a
off.
game, but you weren't going in there. I mean, obviously people told you, but like that was not your mindset. You were there to like have fun and whatever.
Yeah, I was not going to build
but I
alliances.
enjoyed seeing that side of you. I think like you were upset about it, but I thought it was a great thing. I don't know if you did, Brittany, but like to me, I was like, oh, see, they get to see the softer side, and like you actually get to feel bad for you because you are a human being that like has feelings.
But yeah, so
No, I really liked you on that show. And everybody I told to watch, which a lot of people, they were like so bummed to see you go. They're like, why did he go? Why did he go? And I'm like, well, I think he's gonna be back on, maybe or
I
not.
still got paid.
No, I know.
No, he got
it would have
back
been fun to
on.
see you, like, because you were a good competitor. I mean, obviously you have a competitive nature.
yeah.
But
You know what,
It was
too,
good.
and this goes to one of the questions that people were asking me, Jax. Do you plan on going on any other shows such as Traders or Summer House or Winter House? And that being said, yes, I'm open to all those shows. Now that we're kind of doing crossovers, like I've noticed a lot of people doing crossovers on these shows. Yeah, I'm down for it all. So definitely nothing is out of the books. I think for Brittany that goes for you too. Like if you were asked to go into these shows, you would do them as well. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I think it'd be a fun experience. I mean,
Yeah.
I never even imagined I'd be living in LA let alone doing all these shows and stuff, you
For
know?
sure.
So I think I'm going to take everything as it comes my
Yeah.
way, you know,
But
and
that's
live
your
out all the
personality.
experiences.
That's what you do. You're like, nothing phases Brittany. It's just like, okay, yeah. And she's always in a good mood. And that's why it's so great to be around her because
Aw, thank
she'll put you in a good
you.
mood, even if you're not.
Oh, yeah. I think, me and Jenny have got along from the start. Whenever you first met me, did you think that me and Jax would end up getting married and stuff? Be real.
No,
I don't
so
care.
I was a little nervous because obviously I've met a couple girlfriends of my brother's. And like you never know what you're gonna get. So, but my dad had met Brittany first, and like I was like, what is she like? And I was going to meet them in Florida. So and he was like, you're gonna love her. I still have that text
Yeah.
message. So I knew if my dad okayed it, we were pretty honest with each other. I was like, okay, I was excited to meet her. And no, I think we got along from the start.
We
and
did.
Like you were
We
super
talked
sweet.
about R&B and hip hop.
Oh yeah, we did share our
our
love for R&B and hip hop. We'll just leave it there. Nelly, all those. We have been to Nelly for like first row. It was amazing.
Yes, TLC.
Yeah, we always have a good time when we're together. So that's the best part.
Yeah.
Um,
I loved meeting you, and I'm so glad
Yeah,
that we
I was
got so
super happy,
close.
and like the way that you guys got along, and you like the same things, and you laugh at our stupid humor because not even my husband like does not get our humor, and he'll be like, he'll say like, pardon my language, you're just Jax with tits, and I'm like, no, I'm not, because it's like he always says that, but like
That's hilarious.
because he always says it's like you're after I leave, I just realized I'm married with Jax with tits, and I was like, okay, because we have a very weird, a lot of inside jokes and a lot of humor, but like. And we, like, even the stupid songs that we sing to Brittany, and then she laughs, and then me and Jason laugh even louder because
other people are
other
laughing
people
at
are
our
like,
humor.
what? And
I
then
know, 'cause we have such a weird humor,
We have a
Jenny and
weird-
I, and we're very nostalgic, and we like a lot of certain things that nobody else gets because
or from
we
our
just
childhood.
we bring up a lot of stuff from our childhood. When Jenny and I text, we usually nobody would. You can't decrypt.
No.
Is that the word I'm using?
Encrypt, yeah.
Decrypt. You can't. If you were to look at my text thread with Jenny, people are like, what are they?
It'll
talking
be some
about?
like random quote.
It would be. It's basically random quotes from our childhood, and that's basically how we communicate. And that's why when she says we talk every day, we do, because I'll just I'll throw a random quote that come into my head, and
Or
she'll
some
throw a
kind of
random
sort of
quote,
meme.
and it's just funny, and
like
that's
we
how we
told
communicate.
Brittany that our mom used to feed us the hot dog flavored water. And like
Yes.
it was like the longest going joke, and she was like,
Yeah.
like she didn't believe. And we told Patrick too. Like we like all of a sudden I'll just start it and he'll just finish it, and we're like, yeah.
And then they'll act like it's a real true story.
And we're like, don't make fun of us for
Yeah,
it.
it's like,
It's
it's not
just
our fault.
stupid. Yeah, it's not our fault. We drink. And I would be like, are you going to feed Cruz that? And she'll be like, no, Jenny, I am not doing that.
Cruz is not getting boiled hot dog water.
And somebody might not think that's funny, but
I think we're due for a shot. I think we are
Shot of
due for a
tequila?
shot. Again, reminding everybody, it is Jenny's 40th birthday today.
Yay.
Did we talk about what we're doing? We're going.
Oh, yeah.
We're going tonight. We got trivia at Jax's tonight. We might stop by there. We have dinner at either Granville or Bakari. Little Cruz wants to join and say happy birthday. And then tomorrow we have Jenny's 40th birthday at Jax's at 8:30. It is open to the public. We're very excited to have all her friends here, all my friends here, all Jenny's LA friends will be there. And we're going to bring in your 40th in style. And then Dad obviously will be there.
Yeah. I'm wearing my dad's shirt right now.
Heart.
And all my friends surprised me and are coming out and flew from Michigan, flew from South Dakota, from Utah. Yeah. So it's awesome.
You made it to 40.
Loved.
You made it
I made
to
it
40.
to 40, the big 40. Hopefully, this is the best decade yet.
Well, it's going to be amazing. And we love you so much, Jenny. Thanks for coming
you guys.
on.
Thank you for doing this for me, you guys.
And
I love you all.
your stories about Jax. I think people are going to love this episode.
No other people I'd rather turn 40 with than my little Cruzy and my brother and my sister-in-law and all my bestest friends.
We love you.
Anybody for your 40th birthday?
Oh, I want to shout out to all my friends, especially my best friend Megan and my husband Patrick for, helping get this all together.
Yes.
And my friends Ashley, Roberto, and Lauren, they're all here. So it's going to be great. Aaron Hatline.
Go Lions.
Go Lions.
All right, everybody get excited for the Valley. We're so excited for you all to see it. We love you, and we will talk to you next week on When Reality Hits with Jax and Brittany.
Bye, guys.